Welcome everyone to another MSI Insider live stream.
Hello everybody, my name is Eric.
And I'm Mike, and you know if Eric is laughing at the start that everything went exactly as planned today.
This is welcome everybody to the worst prepared live stream ever.
What do you mean worst prepared? Last minute prepared.
That's the same.
Yeah, let's maybe start with an apology because today we would do the AMD X3D live stream, but unfortunately the sample didn't arrive on time, so we had to postpone this one.
Yeah, without CPU, no benchmark.
Yeah, so we will still do this live stream, but it will be postponed until next week. So that will be the 13th of November. Same place, same time. Then we will show our godlike benchmark AMD 9000 series X3D. We will have Martijn in the studio as well from AMD. He will talk about the new CPUs, about what they improved compared to the previous generation.
What they didn't improve.
What they didn't improve. Well, that we will see.
Yeah, true.
Because we will do some benchmarking. Ruud will also join in the second half of that live stream. And then we will test the new CPU out and see how it performs and also compares to other CPUs, the previous generations, to non-X3D 9000 series. So that will definitely still happen, just 1 week later than planned, which means we have a new topic for today, and that is Datamag. External SSD.
It's small.
It is small.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this product.
Okay. That's also, did we take a small product to prepare quickly?
No, not specifically.
Okay.
Because we still needed to
so
do
we
some
have a lot
testing
of
and stuff.
things to discuss about this small product.
Yeah, there is quite a lot to say about it.
Mike, first maybe, I mean, we talked about AMD, maybe touch a little bit on this.
This is not AMD, by the way. This is our MEG Z890 Unify X motherboard, and we have a new memory frequency overclocking record with it.
Really impressive.
So extremely fast. This is of course a 2-DIMM board. It's based on
CU-DIMM.
CU-DIMM memory modules from Kingston, the Kingston Fury modules, and these are clocked at DDR5 12,196 mega transfers per second. So crazy fast memory frequency, of course done on a 2-DIMM board. That will usually give you the best signal performance.
We talked about that a few weeks ago when we launched Z890, you know, how it works with Gear 2, Gear 4, and that you can also expect a lot more overclocking records. And yeah, I mean, now the last weeks, each week there's a new overclocking record. So no doubt, this one will also be broken. Yeah,
of course. New platform and the new CU-DIMM memory modules. That combination is extremely fast in memory overclocking. So indeed, like Eric says, I expect this to be broken.
When MSI Black Friday is coming? Well, on Black Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
So later this month. Yeah,
normally this starts 1 week in advance. Then already offers will go up. So that's in I think the
it started
week.
with like Black Friday as a day, and now it's have Black
Then
Week.
They had Cyber Monday. Then it was the whole Black Friday weekend.
Soon we have Black Year.
Yeah,
just all year round.
And now, I mean, but it's already like on Amazon. You're 1 week in advance. The offers, the deals already start.
Yeah, in the past it was basically Black Friday.
Each year I'm afraid because I'm like I want to buy something, and I'm wondering like on like Friday before Black Friday, it's already Black Friday week or whatever.
And then you bought it, and then you go back, and then it's cheaper.
No. That's always what I wonder. You know, is it cheaper? But now, you know, we also responsible for Amazon. I know how it works, so I know where to buy.
So what day should they be ready behind their PCs?
Just buy. When you see a good price, buy. When you want something, you know.
You can hear he does marketing, right? When you see it, buy.
No. It's not like that. But you know, the prices on Black Friday, you know, they drop to a certain level. You will not see lower prices unless there are some flash deals.
Yeah, it's also not for every product. There are like selected products that have deals on them. So that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, let's continue with this product. Because Mike, I have a video.
It's a good video.
I don't know. We're going to watch some video.
Okay. Then be right back.
Yeah, it's a funny video.
Yeah, good video.
Yeah.
Funny video.
Yeah. This is you going to the office. Oh, I'm going to try that.
That's a lot of storage on the drink.
Yeah, but I don't think it works on a drink.
You can try later.
Yeah, that's what I said. Maybe we should finish the live stream after this because this video tells everything.
Yeah. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.
Yeah. We didn't come up with this idea for the video. Did you?
No.
Cool. So we had that as well.
Good video.
Yeah, good video.
But gives a brief introduction about what the DATAMAG can do.
Yeah, indeed. Because you might think DATAMAG, what is this? Well, this is storage and MSI storage. Well, yeah. I mean, let me see where I have it. We had storage in the past. If you're a bit older and still have good memory. 2004.
I think we have viewers.
How old were you in 2004?
I turned 13 in 2004.
So you don't remember this?
No, I don't.
I was
remember
already
this
at events selling this, promoting this. I was still sales then.
How many did you sell?
I don't remember. That's a long time ago.
I think we have viewers that are younger than this product.
Yeah, can be.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's 20 years old.
We don't have a sample in the office anymore, but this was called Mega Cache 15. And the 15 was 1.5 gigabyte. And this was basically mobile storage. So there was a small hard drive inside. I don't remember the size, but this, of course, as you can see, this is not 2.5 inch. It was a small, like a Pico drive or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would have been called, but very small. And now, I mean, I don't even have USB keys this small. And on this, we're talking about up to 4 terabyte storage.
Yeah, the model today we have is 2 terabyte, but it comes available in 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes, and 4 terabytes indeed. Yeah.
My question for you in the chat.
Yes.
Rod Turner, on top I have a Z590 Unify. With a 4.0 for 4.0 M.2 with M-SATA in the slot below it. Is that correct? I would say check
How
the
do you
manual.
mean exactly?
Yeah, because some SSD at that moment the PCI of the M.2 slot had both.
So you mean like an M.2 SSD that uses the SATA interface?
Yeah.
Because then indeed check the manual because not all slots can do SATA.
Indeed.
All of them can do PCI Express or NVMe, but not all of them can do SATA. So double check. But if it works, then it does support SATA. Otherwise, it just basically doesn't recognize it.
How about another MSI webcam? I will tell you a funny story. Maybe I told it before, not sure. But yes, we sold webcams in the past. And I was sales. And you know, we're based in Holland. And I was responsible for the Benelux region, which is Belgium and Holland and a little bit Luxembourg. But anyway, we never came in Luxembourg. And
why not? Why did you neglect Luxembourg?
Small
Poor
country.
Luxembourg.
I think maybe the Auchan, one of the shops over there,
Yeah.
was done from Belgium. Anyway, so we had some webcams in the form of like sport-related items, like American football and soccer. And probably it was 2004 or something, European Cup football.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah. So
you bundled it with the
no.
Mega
No, I was in Holland, and you know, the Dutch team, the soccer team is like everything in orange. So I said, hey, can I have those football cams in orange?
Yeah.
And this was the first order for Holland, and you know, it took ages before they came in, and actually when they arrived,
The World Cup was over.
no, the Dutch team was already kicked
out.
Yeah.
So then you wanted to sell them in Belgium, but they didn't want to buy the orange
I
ones.
think in the end they were dumped a few years later in Serbia.
In Serbia?
Yeah.
So do we have any Serbian viewers with an orange webcam by any chance?
From MSI. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we this is an old product. We also had like MP3 players, CD-ROM players, or CD
like
writers.
the USB drive MP3
When
players.
what was it called from Apple, the iPod? Yeah, before when the
Yeah,
iPod
iPod,
became
yeah.
popular, you know, everybody started to do MP3 became popular, so everybody started to do MP3.
But you had like the
MP3 players. It's just basically a flash drive with a display on it.
Yeah, with the cap and then you take it off and plug it straight.
Yeah, and then next song, you know, your headphones.
It was a lot more convenient than the Discman though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Also, it kept working when you biked, for example, over a bump or whatever. If you had a Discman, then your music would skip.
Yeah.
But work with MP3 player. It's perfect.
So, DATAMAG. Yeah, maybe we should unbox it.
I think that's
First,
a good start.
because we were talking here about this. Yeah. I will switch to that camera,
Yeah.
Mike. Let me see. Mobile?
No.
I don't have my lenses in.
Maybe try that next time. So you actually can see what camera you're selecting.
Yeah. And I didn't want to push the wrong button.
But you got the right one. There we go. So small SSD, small box as well. And as mentioned before, this is the 2 terabyte model, but all models are exactly the same in terms of size, at least from the outside.
We also have a 4 terabyte somewhere in the office, but I think Peter took it home.
Yeah, but it is basically exactly, from the outside it's the same. It's not that it's physically bigger when it's a 4 terabyte model. As you can see, we stole this from one of our colleagues, and you can see his name in the SSD. So Mark,
it's a limited edition.
SSD. This is a limited edition. Yeah. When you buy it in the store, of course, it won't say Mark.
Are you sure?
if you're called Mark, then too bad, it won't be in there.
Shall we give away this one if somebody called Mark? No, Mark will be pissed.
Yeah, then our Mark will be pissed indeed. But of course, it does have a nice MSI logo. It's a little bit hard to see what, like this.
Yeah, there is some pattern on it.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool with the studio light.
Confuse the webcam pattern.
Yeah, indeed. On the side, you can already see a rubber ring here. That's because it also supports MagSafe technology. So you can basically stick it on the back of an iPhone or anything else that uses MagSafe. In case you don't have a device with MagSafe,
this is the EU regulation, something, European Union regulatory notice. Okay, we don't need that.
Which you can ignore if you're not in the European Union, and also if you're in the European Union, you can still ignore it.
Yeah.
But we have to include that. You can also find this in the box. So let's open this up. Oh, that's actually pretty difficult. Oh, there we go. These are magnetic rings with basically a sticker on the back, so you can stick this to the back of something. So in case your phone doesn't have MagSafe, you can apply one of these rings.
iPhones all have MagSafe, right?
Yeah, I think from a certain generation onwards. Yeah. So here we, for example, have an iPhone. This one also has a cover with MagSafe, and then basically you can just stick it on. Let me quickly grab my phone. I have an Android phone, but as you can see, I use MagSafe as well. It's in my cover. So this is, for example, my driver's license holder. But if I take this off, this uses the same MagSafe system. So here you can already see the magnetic ring. So that works with this as well. And basically everything that is made out of metal, you can just stick this to already. Your phone, if you use a MagSafe cover or your phone has it itself, then you can also, of course, stick it to the back. And otherwise, these rings come included.
So one in black and one in white?
Yep, one in black, one in white. So you can match it with your device. If your device has another color than black or white, then too bad, it won't match.
Ooh, they're really, I didn't know that. They're like...
Sturdy.
Sturdy?
Yeah.
Metal, I cannot bend them. Yeah, I probably can.
You will break them then.
Oh, break, okay.
So don't try to bend them. Just basically take the sticker off and you can apply it to the back of something.
White? Nah, I need black.
Oh, here's the black one. Because you don't have any MagSafe in your cover?
No.
My goodness, Eric, it's 2024.
Yeah,
that's a nice system.
I bought a phone from 2012, I think.
You have covers.
Okay, so this is the MagSafe part.
People already recognize my phone. You are using Nothing Phone 2A. That's correct. That's indeed the phone I'm using.
Is Datamag compatible with Thunderbolt 4, Mike?
Well, it is backwards compatible in the sense that it will work if you connect it to a Thunderbolt connection, but it is a 20 gigabit per second drive. It also matters on the Thunderbolt 4 port that you connect it to. So if you connect this to an older Thunderbolt 4 port, then it will be backwards compatible, but will be limited to 10 gigabits per second. But for example, on the latest generation, so Arrow Lake, like if you connect it to the Thunderbolt on, let's say, a Z890 motherboard, then it will work on 20 gigabits per second. So it depends on which one you use. Yeah. Also, if you use AMD USB 4 based on the S-Media chip, that will also work in terms of backwards compatibility to 20 gigabits per second.
You also had some cables?
Yeah. So it comes with 2 cables included in the box, hidden behind this. One shorter cable. This will be the most logical option when you use it in combination with a mobile phone. So basically you stick it on the back and you plug it in. It's maybe already demonstrated. I'm going to grab my phone again. and then you just stick it in and it will recognize it as a storage device. And then it comes with a bigger cable as well. Let me untie this. And this is, for example, when you need a little bit more length if you want to use it with a PC or a laptop.
Check if this works on my notebook?
Yeah, you can.
No, it's not magnetic, this one.
No, I think this is with a lot of modern notebooks, because usually
it's
modern
magnesium,
notebooks,
aluminium.
yeah, either
The
magnesium
alloy.
or aluminium or a combination indeed,
Yeah.
and then it's not magnetic. So today I picked up a laptop to demonstrate this, and of course it wasn't magnetic, so it didn't work.
Yeah.
But what you can do then is stick one of these rings to the back of your notebook.
Okay,
Then it will work.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Later on we'll also use a desktop PC. That one is made out of metal. So there you can just stick it to the side panel.
Ooh. Can I lift it up? Almost.
So yeah, it comes with 2 cables, and it comes with a small adapter. So in case you want to use it with Type A, because of course these cables are both USB Type C, but maybe you use a device that only supports USB Type A, then this adapter you can plug the cable into, and on the other side you have a Type A plug.
Yeah, so Skeets, yes, it does have USB Type-C.
Yes. Yeah, also on the drive itself, let me quickly
Is it
show
usable
you.
on Sony Xperia 1V? What is that? Is that a phone? Then I would say, if it's an Android phone, yes.
If it has USB Type-C and runs on Android, then yes.
If it's a TV, I don't know.
I
if
would
it's a
also say
camera,
yes. I think most TVs can also run it.
Yeah, it's just a storage device. So if you can plug in a USB drive,
You can
a
also
thumb drive.
format it in different ways. I think
Yeah.
by default it's formatted in exFAT.
Later we will talk about that, yeah.
And on the device itself, next to the USB-C drive, there is a small indication LED
For what?
to see if it's connected or not.
Oh, maybe
I think it also
if it's
flashes
full
when it's
or
running.
something.
There is no battery in.
No, but I mean, no,
It uses
the
the
storage
battery
is
of the
full.
device. The storage is full.
Yeah.
I haven't tested it. I haven't
Yeah.
filled it up that far.
No, but I mean, you said there is a LED as an
Yeah, there is
indicator.
LED.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
for what?
I think connection.
Okay.
I don't think it works with how full it is.
Yeah. One of the features is for iPhone. Mike, you're a really iPhone expert.
I'm terrible with iPhones
Yeah.
because I've always been using, well, not always, but basically as long as Android exists, I've been using Android phones. So actually our colleague, where I borrowed this iPhone from, he had to teach me how it works.
And he forgot several times.
Yeah, because basically I get lost in the user interface of Apple devices, but that's my shortcoming.
So iPhones, they have something called Apple ProRes recording.
Yeah.
And that basically means you can record in, for example, up to 4K, 120 FPS. The problem is you cannot do that on the storage of the iPhone.
Well, you can, but it will be compressed more.
Okay.
So it isn't.
I think, can you go also up to the 120?
Yeah. You
Okay,
can.
okay,
But
but
with,
more
then
compression.
with heavier
So
compression.
you can do then the raw recording, just like...
It's not 100% lossless.
Okay.
But
Which
it is
format,
very
MP4?
close to. No, the container it uses is .mov.
MOV, so QuickTime.
Yeah, but you can also play with.
Whatever codec, yeah.
By the way, I already warn you, if you use this and you want to play it on, on a PC, it's very difficult. I also looked this up because I couldn't properly play it.
You need to convert it with Handbrake or something.
Well, it is also this type of recording is mostly meant to be used in editing programs.
Yeah.
So for example, this is supported in Adobe Suite. If you want to record and edit something through, for example, Adobe Premiere, then this is a good solution.
Because
and Premiere will...
iPhone phones have a very good camera, so you can use it for recorders.
There are actually like full movies created with iPhones.
Yeah.
And I believe they also use this type of recording for it.
Yeah.
Because it is very close to completely lossless. Not 100%, but close to. Which also means that it is great if you still want to do some editing with it.
Apple makes life hard.
In terms of user interface, for me, yes.
Well, also upgradability. Can you maybe show this feature?
Yeah, let's go through it. But let me fire up my mobile camera so you can see how it works, and then you can all laugh at me for being stuck in in the user interface.
Yeah, we tried to capture the phone, but that was difficult because we couldn't capture and record, right?
No, not simultaneously, so that was difficult.
Can you maybe, like this? This is
So Dennis, first of all, thank you, Dennis, also in the chat. That's the colleague we borrowed this iPhone from. To be exact, this is an Apple iPhone 16
Pro, Max,
Pro,
Wi-Fi,
Pro, Max, something.
Expert, 7A.
Something with Pro and Max and 16. So then probably the people who use Apple know how it works. This was already my struggle. I tried to unlock this. So I tried left, right, etc. But apparently you have to do this from the bottom up. And then it says Face ID, or I can do a code. There we go.
Can I try my face?
Okay. No one will see what this code is. There we go. For this, you have to go to the settings menu.
Yeah,
Let me go back to the
problem is the light on the top, but yeah, I will try.
Let me tilt this a little bit. So, if you're in the main settings menu, if you go to camera, you have to make sure that this is set. Record video is set to 4K resolution at 120 frames per second. But that's not it. In addition to this, you have to go to Formats, and more on the bottom, you will see Apple ProRes. That needs to be enabled, and the ProRes encoding you just set to HDR.
Can you check what other profiles? Is it only SDR or also?
No, I think it also has log. Let me see. Log is a video format that retains more information in the file. Okay, that may also work actually. I haven't tried that one. But let's just stick with HDR for now. Later on we can see if log makes a difference. This is the default profile for ProRes, but this is something you will need to enable. This is not enabled by default. So if you want to use this, make sure this is enabled and that the camera setting is set to 4K resolution, 120 FPS. If you now go to the camera, and you have to go to video, of course, here on the top corner, you see ProRes HDR. If I click it, it says not supported. And what it says is ProRes 4K at 60 FPS or higher is only supported when recording to external storage devices. So probably the internal storage is not fast enough to write away this huge file that you will create in this setting. But this is something you can do if you have a very fast external SSD. Like Datamag, for example. So let's get out of this and use Datamag. So I will just stick it to the back using the MagSafe.
He told me, he took me a private, he said, if Mike damages, he needs to pay.
I heard you had to pay for it.
Okay.
He told us different stories.
Yeah.
Then, when you now go back to camera, set it to video, here on top you see it's set to 4K resolution, 120 FPS, and here on the other top you see the ProRes HDR. So now I can enable it. As you can see, the recording time is only 71 minutes. This is a 2 terabyte drive, so that already gives you a little bit of an indication how huge the files will be that you get out of this. So let's make a short recording. So it's I'm just recording.
What is this, Mike?
Yeah, you damaged it.
No, this wasn't me. And here.
No, that was my kit, I think. You guys are damaging our table. So now it's just recording.
Record something like...
Okay. Let's record a little bit of the screen. So I will just make a 1 minute recording. So currently it's at 23 seconds. Here you can also see it's using USB Type-C. So that's where it's currently writing the file to. Let's video a little bit of the keyboard. And I will stop it at exactly 1 minute so we can see how big the file will be.
Depends what you record. Because the more colors, the more changes, of course, the bigger the file.
Yeah, it won't make that much of a difference, I think, but it can matter a little bit. So a little bit of a studio tour. There we go. There's chat. Say hi, chat. And stop. Because now it's exactly 1 minute. I have a desktop here below me. Let me quickly put this on the table. It's quite big and heavy because this is our nice Project Zero build that we made earlier.
Still have it?
There we go.
I saw somebody in the chat asking about this. Something. Oh, he said it's becoming more popular. PCs without cable.
That's pretty cool, right? Now you can switch to the capture.
Capture. Oh my god.
So we can see...
One moment. I think this is capture.
Oh yeah, you weren't wearing your lens, right?
Nope.
Okay. Can you still see me? I'm a little bit hidden here.
I can do like this.
Not too far because then it will be split in half, but this works. Oh, I'm bumping the camera. 1 moment.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh my.
There we go.
I'm going to check if it still works. No, that's the wrong one. It's this one.
Yeah,
It still works. Good.
There we go. Let me quickly connect mouse and keyboard so we can actually control this. There we go. And then I will connect the drive to our PC. Well, it is magnetic, so I will just stick it to the side of the PC. That's
Clunk.
the easiest way.
Nobody can see that.
If you grab the camera, do you still have the camera?
Yeah, but I switched off, so...
So maybe switch it on again. Oh, you need my fingerprint.
Mobile.
Yeah, so if you go to this side, well, it is a metal case, so you can just stick it to the side and it works. And now it's connected to the 20 gigabit per second port on the I/O. So that's, if you want to use 20 gigabit per second, it's always Type C. As soon as you will use Type A, it will never go higher than 10 gigabit per second, just so you know. So now we're connected. So let's open this up. Let me see.
Can you change DPI?
Yeah, I need it a little bit bigger.
Well.
Oh, you weren't wearing your lens, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, let me...
you know, I discovered like...
it's already at 150%.
I discovered around 2 o'clock that I didn't put my lens in. And I was like, yeah, should I still do this? No.
Okay, so here we have our SSD inside the PC. It's 1 terabyte SSD, and this is the Datamag. When I open this up, it created a folder, so you see Apple, and there's one file in here. That's the 1-minute recording we just made.
How big is it?
Well, let's see.
Properties.
So it's 20.5 gigabytes. So over 20 gigabytes for 1 minute of video recording.
And this is 4K 120 FPS?
Yes, 4K 120 FPS.
Okay, that's nice.
So that's pretty insane. It's a huge file. That's also why you need such a fast storage device in order to be able to record this, because it needs to be able to write that data away. So this is not a feature you can use with the internal storage of the iPhone. You have to use a fast external USB-C drive.
What case is this? The Aquarium 2000? What?
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
This is the Pano 100R in this case. So there is an L version without fans and an R version with the RGB fans.
I think my marketing name is better.
Yeah, it looks a bit like an aquarium, especially set to blue.
The Aquarium 2000.
I've taken it as well. We
We
actually did a separate live stream with this case where we built the system. No, it is almost in your screen. Here.
Oh, sorry.
There we go, fixed.
Main, maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want
I
to see
still have the
full
idea
live
to
stream
seal it waterproof and then put
see
some
how-
fish in it.
use it as a fish tank.
Yeah, but I don't have time.
But yeah, we did a Project Zero build with this. That also means that the connectors, for example, the power connectors and stuff, are on the back of the motherboard, so that's also well hidden. But yeah, if you're interested, make sure to check it out. So yeah, over 20 gigabytes.
Alan is fat shaming our case.
It is a little bit fat,
Yeah.
but it's not very tall. That has to do with the fact that the power supply is actually behind the motherboard tray in this case. So usually it will be on the bottom, which means that, especially if you use an ATX case, it will be slightly taller. This one is a little bit lower, but a little bit wider because of it.
How's your chair?
I prefer that chair.
I know.
Yeah, you stole mine. This is still a nice chair, but that one you can spill your drinks over, and you. Yeah,
Oh, is
just
that this
wipe it
one?
up. That's that one.
Then I'm in the right chair.
Yeah, you're in the right chair. So over 20 gigabytes for a one minute of video.
That's a lot of video.
Yeah.
We should maybe ask Robin to look at this. Maybe this is a nice.
Could be cool.
Yeah. And the quality looks good, right?
Yeah. But this also means that with the 2 terabyte drive, a little bit over an hour, and you fill it completely up.
Yeah.
So if you have to shoot a lot of footage,
But we have a 4 terabyte drive as well.
there is a 4 terabyte.
So
version.
it is
but
available.
still about 140 minutes, and you will fill it up
Yeah.
because
so
the
it's
files are
available
huge.
in 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte,
Yeah.
and 4 terabyte.
Yeah.
Of course, availability differs per market. I think we are not going to talk about pricing today because this is quite complicated. You know, I had an overview of pricing for the European Union.
That always means that he will now talk about it. We're
Nah.
not going to talk about it, but
No, okay. You know, I cannot mention the price to you. The difficulty in the European Union is that in a lot of countries they have like a, what is it called? like a copyright law.
Yeah. I know the Dutch word for it. I don't know the
What
official
is the
English
Dutch word?
word.
I will translate.
Thuiskopie-heffing.
Okay, it's home copy
Fee.
fee.
Basically.
Yeah, it's basically because you have a lot of digital materials which are maybe copyrighted, and you don't pay any copyright about for that.
Basically, the government trusts people so much that they already accuse you of
stealing data.
Basically illegal software or movies or whatever, and they charge you a fee for
that on storage devices.
On storage devices or phones, I think have it as well. At least all devices that have storage. In.
So this means that the price, this amount or the percentage is different in all the markets.
Yeah.
So this means that the price is also different in the markets. So that's why I suggest check in your own country. I think Italy in Europe is the highest. Like something like $20 on top of it of the price.
So the Italian government really doesn't trust their
but
own
I think the Italian people from Italy or some other country where it's high, they can buy via Amazon in another country.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they also do way more illegal downloading.
No. I don't know about that. I don't know anything about illegal downloads.
No, we love you Italians.
Yeah.
But it may indeed be cheaper to order from another country because of this fee.
Let's Mike.
Let's go back to your slides.
Yeah, indeed, because I also had a slide about iCloud Plus, and of course, isn't it no-brainer if you store things locally for a one-time fee, and there are some USD pricing below. But like what I said, please check in your own country because it differs based on VAT and based on the copyright law, tax, however you want to call it. Of course, this is cheaper than iCloud. iCloud has a convenience that you can always access it if you have internet.
Yeah.
So
this is a physical device. That's of course.
I think you should not really compare this. Mike, I'm maybe going to do a giveaway.
Yeah. By the way, have we even announced a giveaway?
Oh, we have a giveaway today.
We have a giveaway.
Yeah.
Not announced yet, but we're giving away several Steam wallet codes. So maybe let's give them one more minute to sign up. If you go to msi.com/2/insider, there you can participate. Or if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, you can also directly access the Gleam link. Within Gleam, you can perform several actions. The more actions you perform, the bigger chance you'll have to win. And if you're a returning visitor, make sure to claim your loyalty bonus to have a slight edge in the giveaway. And we will give away several Steam wallet codes.
I saw the Gleam link in YouTube, so maybe it's working. Not sure.
Yeah, is the bot back alive on YouTube? Otherwise, Monkit would pin it to the chat, so you should still be able to
probably
find
already
did.
So, Mike, maybe you can bring back the iPhone? That's also what you need to do, right?
Yeah. So I
will do a lucky draw for the people.
Okay. I will
maybe
switch,
two.
I will switch my microphone off briefly, and then I will run to our colleague to give him back his iPhone.
Why do you switch off your microphone?
Otherwise, they have a lot of noise of me running.
Oh, you also want to go to the toilet?
That as well. So if you hear very loud noises, then I forgot to switch it off. But be right back.
Yeah. What is the day today? Oh, we already have some entries. Yeah. So, lucky draw. I'm going to do two. Okay. First two winners, and we have a Steam voucher, a wallet voucher. First winner is Frientic, difficult name. Congrats, and the second one is Nene. Yeah, I'm repeating myself, but Nene. I think that's how to pronounce. Congrats with the prize. In the coming days, we will send this to you by email, and you can still participate on YouTube and Twitch. Click on the Gleam link. Oh, Mike is back already. So, and I think msi.com/2/insider is still not working, right?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I saw Jeroen and our developer talking earlier this week about it, and they were still like, it's broken. Let's talk about speeds.
Yes.
Yeah, so this one is a 20 gigabits per second device, and of course, I mean, it's not really like that because it depends on what kind of connection, what kind of memory is inside. So this is the theoretical speed. But Mike, we're going to do
This is the connection
benchmarks.
speed basically between the device and the client.
Yeah,
And
yeah. But that's only half of the story. So we're going to show you the complete story.
Yeah.
We're going to do some benchmarks in different ports. That's why we have this desktop here. So this desktop has USB. Well, we are going to call it USB. Actually, it also has USB 2 ports.
By the way, who won?
Should I repeat them?
Yeah.
Oh my.
I didn't hear.
Nay something and something difficult names.
Congratulations, something.
Yeah.
You won
No,
us
there
the
was something. But they have difficult names. Anyway, this one has a USB 2 port, which of course is way too slow for this. That's a USB 5 gig port, which is USB 3.0.
No, 3.2 Gen 1.
Oh, so 3.2 Gen 1. Yeah.
That's what it's called now. It was introduced as 3.0.
Then it has a USB 10 gig, which is double the speed of the 5 gig, which is USB 3.1.
No,
3.2 Gen 2.
Yeah, very good.
And then it has a USB 20 gigabits per second port, which is double the speed of the 10 and double of 4 times of 5.
And what's it called?
It's a USB 3.2 Gen 2 X2.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
And what's the big difference between the 2x2 and the 1 and the 2?
The speed.
And not just that.
Type-C?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2x2 is always Type-C.
Yeah.
So for the other, that doesn't mean that Type-C is always Gen
Is this
2
a
times
Spanish Inquisition or what?
2. Just quickly checking.
Okay.
That's the important part. But a Type-C port can have different speeds. So a Type-C port can be 5 gigabit per second, 10 gigabit per second, 20 gigabit per second, or even more if you use Thunderbolt or USB 4. But Type A will only go up to 10 gigabit per second.
Yeah.
So you can have a 2.0 port, which of course will be much slower. You can have a 5 gigabit per second port, 10 gigabit per second. But you will never achieve the full speed of this storage device using a Type A port. So if you're using this adapter, you will never reach the speeds that it can using USB Type-C. Just to make that sure. NRT says, thanks USB standard setters.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, that's why it's a lot easier to just talk about 5 gigabit per second, 10 gigabit per second, 20 rather than the Gen 1, 2, and 2x2.
Okay. I don't see the YouTube chat anymore. So I was checking, are we still online on YouTube? But maybe they're not active anymore or sleepy.
Hello YouTube, are you still alive?
Yeah, let me know
something.
something.
Twitch is very active, but
yeah.
Otherwise maybe our chat broke, but we will find out.
Yeah. Go back to this. Are we going to capture? Or you want to first show? I mean, it's already plugged in. You told us it was a USB 20 gig port.
Let's maybe also use the mobile one again. There we go.
Oh, is it an adapter 10 gigabit one?
There we go.
The adapter we will talk about later.
Yeah. So right now, as you can see, I hope you can see at least, it is connected to
20.
Yeah. The Type-C port 20 gigabit per second.
Yeah,
so you see a
really
little
Can you not zoom in?
No, I cannot with this.
My God. What a nothing phone is that?
It's not the phone, it's a program. The phone can zoom.
Okay.
Let's connect this to a different port. So I'll unplug it.
Did you already do benchmark? Oh, you're going to start slow?
I'm going to start slow.
Okay, USB 2.
Yeah. Here, the black ones, those are USB 2s. We will build it up from slow to fast. This is where we need the adapter for. And then we plug it in. And it shows up in my screen. So I have a benchmark tool called Crystal Disk Mark, and basically this will show you the read and the write speeds that it can reach. So now running at USB 2.0 speeds.
Is this also for India? Yes, this is probably also available in the Indian market.
Yeah. By the way,
well, Beantown is not sleeping; he's still alive. So YouTube is everything's okay.
Good. On old external hard drives, it was all.
Did you see the last comment?
What?
I came from YouTube
say we are
to
alive.
say we're still alive.
But yeah, old external hard drives, it was always important to have them either flat or completely straight and not diagonally, because that over time could damage your hard drive. This is flash memory. Yeah, like that, indeed. This is flash memory, so it doesn't matter in which orientation
Upside
or whatever you
down.
stick it. No. And that's also why we can make this magnetic, because hard drives and magnetic is not the ideal combination. With flash drives, you can just make it magnetic and stick it to something. Yeah, as you can see, this is very slow. USB 2.0 speeds are extremely limiting in terms of speed.
Are we still waiting?
Yeah, this takes a lot longer than the test with the faster USB speeds.
Normally it's, what is it, 480 megabyte, right?
Yeah.
And
No,
this
megabit.
is megabit. So, and this is 42 megabyte.
Yeah, so times 8.
Yeah, so that's...
Yeah, that's the theoretical speed.
Yeah,
in practice, you
course.
always
overhead
lose you always have a little
yeah.
bit of overhead. But yeah, it is not very.
Can you?
very fast.
Do you have Excel on that PC? Probably not.
No, I don't.
Maybe.
I have Notepad.
Yeah. I mean, but watch out with Notepad, because if you don't save anything, it will just show up your password you typed in last time.
Okay.
Can you zoom that?
There we go. Of course I can zoom this. Here, zoom in. I have to click this all the time?
Control Shift something.
Control plus. There we go.
Yeah.
So now everyone knows the password of our colleague's phone. So USB 2.0
with adapter, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's yeah. Read. There we go. And write. Basically identical, because it's limited by
Can you maybe copy that that video you made to the PC with this?
The video that I made?
The 20 gig video.
On USB 2.0 speed.
Oh.
That will take ages. That will take
Okay.
Let's make this a little bit taller, because we have quite a lot of USB versions that we can test.
Are we going to unplug it?
No, one moment. So I don't have to type everything over again.
Oh, efficient.
Yes.
Why you're only efficient here and not when you need to work?
I'm always efficient.
No. Yeah, make it clear.
There we go.
No. Just 5G.
Or BPS, like this?
No. This is okay.
No? This works, right?
Why not say just USB 5? The marketing name.
Now you know both, so it's clear for everyone.
I disagree.
I'm gonna eject this, and I'm gonna switch ports.
Why are you ejecting things?
Because otherwise you may corrupt your memory.
Okay.
And let me
Where is
remove
it?
this rubbery thing. Okay. I'll take this out of the USB 2.0, so the black port, and I will now move it to the 5 gigabit per second port, which is blue on this system. And then we can go back to our benchmark, so you can see it pop up again.
I have an easy job today. One hand, some drink.
Coke, and then just.
I didn't want to say Coke, but okay. And the other hand, the camera. Easy.
Yeah, that's doable, right?
And you gave me the choice. Erik, do you want to do the benchmarks? Mwah.
Always enthusiastic. So as you can see, this is already over 10 times the speed that we had with USB 2.0, which makes sense because the other one is limited to less than 0.5 gigabit per second, 0.48 to be exact. So a little bit over 10 times as fast. But I already noticed my drink as well.
Yeah, they know
It
what
looks
you're
like
drinking.
Dr. Pepper, but there's just beer hidden inside.
Yeah, that can also be.
I wish it was. It is still running, by the way, even though it shows numbers. And after that, we will move to the 10 gigabit per second one. So now it's finished. So this is 433.33, and this is 442 times 91.
That's a nice jump.
Yeah, that's
And the biggest
over
jump
10
we will
times
see
as fast.
today.
Yeah,
Jump, percentual-wise, yeah.
Definitely. Okay, then
Maybe you first should copy more, like be efficient.
yeah, I will.
Okay, and if you're
There we
really
go.
efficient, we don't have to do the benchmarks.
Wait, I want that one.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
Gen 2,
Gen 2,
10,
10,
and double the numbers. 866.
probably even higher.
Yeah?
At least from my earlier testing, I think it
Okay,
will be a
okay,
little bit
okay.
higher. But you will see that in a minute. So we unplug this again.
That would be really efficient if you don't have to do the benchmarks.
Yeah, that will be extremely efficient.
And they will believe it. It's 5, 10, that's double.
I'm not sure if they will believe it. Here on the back, so we had the black one, USB 2.0, we had the 5 gigabit per second port, and here is a red port, and as you can maybe see, it says SS is for super speed, or USB super speed, and there's a small 10 right there. Maybe a bit hard to see, but it's also indicated red, and that's where we will now plug this in. And we go back to the
I should
capture.
get extra money for the camera arm. Where are we?
Such a
Capture?
hard job today,
Yeah.
such a hard job. So it's connected again.
I
and
like it.
We will run.
Especially with the chair.
Yeah, it's a doable. And you can spill some drink because you can just wipe it off of this one. And our T says maybe 4 digits. Indeed. 4 digits. So already going over 1000 megabytes per second. So not megabits. So theoretically, 10 gigabits per second would be 1250 megabytes per second. But as mentioned before, you always have a little bit of overhead. You always lose a little bit in practice. But it still reaches around 1000.
Yeah.
So this is
Which is higher than I expected, because I would say the A3
you would say it would
times
just
2.
double, but
Yeah.
it goes a little bit beyond that. Probably because the overhead is always kind of similar. at
It's
least to
like
certain sense.
fixed amount of overhead.
I wouldn't say completely fixed, but
Yeah.
at least, yeah, you don't lose as much anymore. 53 point. There we go. Before we head over to the 20 gigabit per second port, let's maybe use the front USB Type-C on this case. Can you grab the camera again?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know I had to work.
Yeah, of course. Just sleeping. So this case also has some ports there.
Oh.
There we go.
I can't say in my chair. One moment.
You can
Sorry,
say,
sorry
okay.
for the camera movements.
So you have 2 Type-A ports here and a Type-C. So I will now plug it into this Type-C port. And it recognized it again.
I thought we were benchmarking Datamag, but you make it look like we're benchmarking all the ports on this PC.
Yeah, basically, kind of. You kind of know what you can expect with when using different ports. And let's run it again.
You will run out of space in Notepad. It
And
was
then-
like memory overflow.
Now we probably don't have to write this one down.
You expect it to be the same.
Well, you will easily see.
This one is 10 Type-C front.
Well,
10?
you can see in the results what it
Okay.
is.
Okay. Ooh, it's a 9 point something. USB 9.
You
But
always
yeah.
have a little bit of variation.
Okay, I
But
can
indeed
explain
it
this.
is. Yeah.
Front is no, sorry. The rear USB connectors are of course close to the controller, and USB, the path length, so with traces or with cables, need to be short. So if you have a cable to the front, it is lengthy, and in this case it's I don't know. I mean, probably 20, 30 centimeters. That's probably impacting the speed.
Could be.
What could be?
It could also be margin of error. When I run this again, look at the write speed now.
Oh, what? the- oh, I know. One cable is shorter than the other one.
But yeah, if I run this again, then the results can be somewhat higher.
Yeah.
If I run this again, it can be somewhat lower.
Yeah.
That's the margin of error thing. So that's also why usually when we run benchmarks, we run it multiple times and then we use the average, because it's always, then it's somewhat higher, then it's somewhat lower. But as you can see, the results are very much in line with what we just tested with the Type-A 10 gigabit per second port. And it is correct because the front USB Type-C header here is also 10 gigabit per second.
Zocht, he's giving me another idea. He says, we also have the USB cable here. This is the long one.
Yeah, you want to use a shorter one?
Yeah.
Let's first run this again because it may be
Okay. Oh, you
faster
were
again.
also surprised by the 10.
Well, it basically
Over the
switched
9.
around. So
Yeah,
because
yeah.
now the write speed was over 1,000 and the read was a little bit below.
Yeah.
You see now this one
Okay.
also starts over.
Yeah.
So this is always a little bit of variation you have when
It's like 10% variation. It's quite a lot.
Yeah. Usually it's a little bit less. But still, there is always some. Zahal says yes, like a double plug, mainboard cable, plug cable. Yeah, but for example, for the Type A, we also used an adapter.
Can
so
you
there's
give
also
me
something in between.
the short cable?
Yeah. Skeet says this has to be M2 based storage. Well, we asked our colleague Mark,
Can we open it?
can we open it up?
And he said, is Erik also in the live stream? Yes. So
And then we couldn't.
no. I don't know what's up with that.
Well, but it's definitely
This is finished?
an NVMe drive. Yeah, it is finished.
Okay. So I will unplug it.
So now you can see that the read is a little bit higher and the write is a little bit lower. So that differs per benchmark.
Okay. This cable, it's like, I would say, what is this? 20?
I think it is in the specs. I think this is 30 and the other one is 15.
Oh,
I
is it? Yeah,
believe.
30 maybe. Yeah. Okay. So it is half size.
Mm-hmm.
Same port. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if it's faster.
So front USB.
So same port, shorter
And there are
cable.
some other variables. I mean, it also depends on the controller. Because if you do this on AMD or Intel, you get different result.
Yeah,
If you
could
do
be
this on your
slight
phone,
variation.
you get different result.
Yeah. They should be kind of close, but there can always
Yeah.
be slight variations, yes. But as you can see, this is all very similar. So also the longer or shorter cable
Yeah, this is
from
the shorter
back
cable.
connectors, it doesn't make that much of a difference really.
This is a long cable I have here.
So basically, 10 gigabit per second port, you can expect around 1,000 megabytes per second read and write speeds. Which is still pretty quick, but the drive can go quicker. But we will see that later when we connect it to our 20 gigabit per second port. So still very much in line with each other. And then let's hook it up to maximum speed on the back. One moment, it's not completely done yet, so
I'm not
don't
pulling
unplug it just
anything.
yet. Yeah, now it's finished. Can quickly go back to the capture, then you
Oh,
see the final
sorry.
result. So yeah, still very much equal to what we see here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can unplug it.
But
and-
it's higher, so the shorter cable makes difference.
No, it doesn't.
A little bit.
No, because when I ran it again, the write speed on the longer cable was over 1,000. For this, I will use the longer one because it's a little bit easier to stick it on the side.
consistency. But you don't know how I plugged in. Maybe,
Hmm?
I switched it around a little bit. Maybe I broke the cable.
Maybe you did. And now I plug it into the Type-C 20 gigabit per second port. So native Type-C, no adapter in between now. And this is basically the maximum speed it can support.
Yeah, I would say 20. Uh-oh, I'm blocking. Gen
This
2
will be-
X2,
Yeah. And this is
20.
20. And then let's see. How is the heat? It is relatively cold.
I better not touch it when it's doing something.
Why not? Living on the edge.
But it's not heat at all.
No,
No, not at all.
no, it is very cold.
14.
Still slightly increasing.
The suspense.
A little bit over 30. Yeah, I have seen this faster though. So it's slightly lower than when I tested it earlier. So let's run it again sometime to see.
What do you get? 25 and 30?
No, I got a little over 16 and a little over 15.
Okay.
100. So let's see if it makes a difference.
Yeah, you already showed that benches can differ.
Yeah. But it is not 2 times the speed of the 10 gigabit per second. So now you're actually testing the speed of the SSD rather than the interface.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
theoretically the
1650.
interface could be a little bit higher. Yeah, these were the results I was getting earlier as well.
Is that how you benchmark? Just push in enough times the button to get what you want?
Usually if you benchmark, you run it multiple times
Yeah.
and you average it out. And that's the results you will use.
You can fill this one already in, not? So, it would be possible to make this faster with a faster flash memory and a faster controller or more memory, but of course, would be also more expensive.
Yeah, that's indeed the case. And you would only make it slightly faster because still you're,
like to 18
around,
or something.
Around 2000 is technically possible on USB 20 gigabit per second. Or while in pure theory, you could go 2500, but in practice, I would say around 2000.
Mm-hmm.
So we're currently not at that limit. So that basically means that this is the speed of the internal SSD.
Yeah.
So don't just look at the interface for how fast the SSD is.
Looks like a 2230 Gen 3 drive maybe. Well, we will never know because we are not allowed to open
I haven't seen the internals, and indeed,
no.
we're not allowed to open it.
I would say this is just flash memory, but why not solder flash on the board?
It could also be soldered.
Yeah, instead of having an extra slot there where you put in a 2030 M.2. That could be.
So these are the different speeds for Datamag.
Yeah. So this also means it is fast. If you are going to use it on with the ProRes on the Apple, on the iPhone, you know, you can make a lot of nice uncompressed movies. Make sure you have a fast connection because otherwise...
Not completely lossless.
No.
Lossless.
Yeah.
That was actually very interesting when I looked this up. Let me see how they called it again.
Close to perfection.
Now, I loved how they called this. On Wikipedia, it says, Apple ProRes is a high-quality, visually lossless, lossy video compression.
Yeah.
So, visually lossless, lossy video compression.
Yeah.
So, basically, what they say is you don't see that it's lossy.
Yeah.
But it is.
But you can see on the file size there is almost no compression.
Way less than with the conventional compression methods. And that's also why if you do this, you need the fast external storage in order to do so. Yeah. And the more lossy formats you can just run on the internal storage. But I thought this looked quite funny.
And that you're saying a barebone version for end users to upgrade would be good. Yeah, indeed.
I think those are already a lot of brands just have enclosures for SSD.
Yeah,
so
for M.2 indeed.
Yeah, so you can always do that as well. You can just stick a regular SSD in, but usually they would be bigger. Of course, the 2230 enclosures would be smaller than a 2280, but then your SSD would usually be slightly more expensive than a 2280. And do you also have like MagSafe compatible enclosures? Probably.
I don't know. We have a ring, so you can do it. So let's talk a little bit about warranty and stay cool. Oh no, stay cool and secure. It's not hot at all.
No,
I probably can warm it up more with my hands, I believe, than how it feels now.
Yeah, your hands warm enough.
No, but I mean, this is nothing.
No, you don't feel that it was just under load.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
And you can also see that. Can we see that?
Yeah, we can hold it.
Why is this camera not good enough?
No, your shaky hands are not good enough.
Come on, Mike. My eye is not good enough, so now I need to check which one.
That's the wrong one.
No, this is the one.
That's the wrong one again?
Oh, this is mobile. Hey, why are you not here? Come here, Mike. Mike, you see how you win.
Because of your shaky hands. What did you want to show?
I want to show the heatsink part. You see, it's very stable hand.
What do you mean stable hand?
No.
No, not magnetic. Is it empty?
No, it's not empty, but hold this. No, it's actually doing something.
You have a water bottle, right? but that's probably aluminum as well. So then the magnetic part wouldn't work.
Yeah, it is.
No, there is some. Okay. But yeah, it's not like, for example, the case where you
it's
can
doing
just,
something, but it's not sticking.
No.
I can also not make it move.
Whereas for the case, it is just very easy to stick it. And also on the back of the phone. So that works really well.
If you don't have a plastic case.
If you don't have a plastic case, that would, of course, make things more difficult.
So I hope the question is answered about the cooling and the heat. Also 5 years warranty. I saw also somebody asking about it. Where is it? Oh, warranty period. Yeah. So answered. This can differ per market, so best to check. But I believe in most markets worldwide,
it should be 5 years.
This is covered by a 5-year warranty, or when the terabytes written limit is achieved. Reached. Reached is the right word.
So basically, it's like a value of how many terabytes you've written on a drive, because of course writing
if you write
data
each day like one terabyte of data.
Yeah.
That counts.
That value also differs per model. So you have a certain value for the 1 terabyte model. I believe it's double for the 2 terabyte model and quadruple for the 4 terabyte model.
Yeah. It's small. You can see that it fits in the palm of your hand.
NRK says it kind of looks like a tape measure from the rear.
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah. Really small.
Yeah, it's a bit smaller than regular tape measure.
Yeah. But how many devices do we have here, Mike? Or did we bring nothing with us? I mean, we had the iPhone.
I did pick up a notebook, but I found out it was not magnetic.
Okay.
We tried your notebook, was also not magnetic because aluminum or magnesium.
Yeah.
And then
well, the camera, but the camera is over there, so we cannot use it.
The case is very magnetic. The phone is very magnetic.
Yeah. Android works also on Android, of course, or your tablet.
It also works
cameras.
on a claw.
Yeah. This, a claw or the Steam Deck.
Steam Deck, yeah. Basically all the...
I brought one with me, but it's on my desk.
Yeah, so basically the handheld gaming
Did you try the vending machine? That's a good one. I'm sure it will stick.
Yeah,
because the vending machine is sticky.
Because you spilled so much Coke. Yeah. Something to keep in mind though, with the gaming devices, usually they have a plastic body. So there the magnetic thing won't work, but if you use a magnetic ring, stick it to the back, of course then you can. But don't block the vents on your gaming device. Yeah.
We already talked about this part, the recording. So here you have all the features we already talked about. So it's plug and play. You see it's recognized in Windows. We have a 1, 2 or 4 terabyte. I think in Europe we currently only sell the 1 and 2 terabyte version.
So what if you want to do more recording with your iPhone?
Buy 2.
And do a quick switch.
Yeah, indeed. You will have to edit it anyway, you told me.
Yeah, usually that's what you would do.
Yeah. It works basically on all devices which support Type-C storage. So it can be your PlayStation, Xbox, your phones, you name it. Yeah. Maybe TVs. I can try.
It's also very sturdy itself, the enclosure of the...
Probably drop... you can drop this. Nothing will happen. It's flash.
Are you testing it?
No.
No?
No, I know it says Mark, so I should not do that. I should not damage it.
You don't want to run into a fight with our colleagues.
It's only 81 grams. I would say it's heavier. But I don't know what 100 grams is, but I would say it's heavier.
No, I think 81 grams could be...
81.5.
But it's also because it does have some heft to it, but it also makes it feel quite sturdy.
Yeah.
It's not heavy, but it's not like extremely light.
Yeah.
But it's definitely light enough for the magnetic to be strong enough or to stick to the back of your phone.
Yeah, and if you really want to do something with ProRes and record, you need to have such a kind of a device. Well, we already talked about this. What's in the packing? This is all included. So you have the two magnetic rings you can put on devices. You have the USB-C to A adapter, but most of the times this will not help your speed an adapter because you
will never get the 20 gigabit per second connection.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Use this with 20 gigabit per second ports.
It depends a little bit. Like if you quickly want to copy something small to a computer that doesn't have Type-C, sure, go for it. If you really want to copy extremely large files, like the video files we just talked about, use a quick USB Type-C connection for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you can format it in different file formats. So NTFS, exFAT, and I don't know the HiFS. What is HiFS?
I haven't used that one.
Oh, it's for macOS because it's not recognizable Windows.
Okay.
Yeah.
exFAT works in both. I think that's also the default method. So right now this is also exFAT. We just used it on an iPhone and we just used it on a Windows computer. Both work fine.
So it's also pre-formatted with exFAT.
Yeah.
And NTFS, of course, that's from Windows, and I think they never opened the file format to any competitors.
Well, you can access it. You can use.
Yeah, but read only, not writing. So probably it has to do with that.
Yeah. I would just advise.
NTFS also supports compression in Windows. There you get blue items in your file explorer.
Yeah.
I used to use that in the past, but not anymore. Yeah.
Okay. No, I haven't used that myself. But like for most situations, I would say exFAT is the way to go for this device. And in terms of cross compatibility as well.
Also with
Silent
Linux.
Shadow is asking, what about FAT32? I wouldn't use that because that one is limited to a file size of 4 gigabytes. And as we just saw, you cannot even...
That's like 2 to 4 minutes? No, sorry.
No, it's like 15 seconds.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
Even less. 15 seconds will be over 5 gigabytes already using the 4K.
Yeah. So this means something special happens. You want to take your camera, you start it, and it's already...
In 12 seconds you will reach the file limit of FAT32. So use exFAT instead.
If you use ProRes.
If you use ProRes,
We're talking about that.
But also for other files. I think nowadays a lot of files are going over 4 gigabytes. So if you want to use it as a general storage device, I would also recommend to go with exFAT instead.
So I think this has a Phison 2251 controller, U18. To be honest, I don't know this one. 3D enhanced. You see the different read and write speeds depending. Well, actually they're all the same, but it can differ for the 1, the 2, and the 4 terabyte because some of them use double size chips. So on the different size of PCB.
Silent Shadow is asking, does PlayStation not still only work with FAT32? I have no idea.
I also don't know. I never had any issues with, on a PlayStation 4.
I would assume PlayStation also needs larger files than 4 gigabyte, right? Or is it all separated into small files?
Maybe not in the past. Yeah,
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
Also, does a PlayStation have a fast USB Type-C port?
I can tell you in the future.
Okay.
My son wants one.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't bring him up properly, or what? Turning him into a console panel.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Maybe he doesn't get one.
I hope he does.
Yeah. We will see. Wanting something and getting is two different things.
That's true.
It's Christmas soon, so who knows?
There will be nothing underneath the Christmas tree. Sharon Roy is saying, exFAT is also compatible with Android. Yes, it definitely is. I also used it on my Android phone. And
Linux, it works with...
Android is basically Linux
the Steam Deck.
Yeah,
true. Yeah. Because
it works.
Yeah. I think that's it, Mike. What we had...
Let's do 2 more winners for a giveaway before we... call it a day.
That's what you get if you need to change last moment,
Also, it is an external storage device. Of course, about a X3D CPU, there is a lot more to show, a lot more to demonstrate, but that's something we will do next week.
Indeed. Something for next week.
Yeah, so Martijn from AMD will join us next week. Hopefully we have our sample in. That will be nice, so we can actually do some benchmarking. So we will check out the AMD Ryzen 7 9800 X3D. And we will show you the MEG X870E Godlike motherboard. So before we already had an X870 live stream, we showed you different boards, but the Godlike, we didn't have a physical sample yet. Now we do. So next week, you can see it in all glory. We will show you all the ins and outs.
So next winner is Tepso.
Tepso, congratulations. You also won a Steam
How do you pronounce this name?
Can you make it a little bit bigger? I'm not wearing my lens.
Come on, Mike. Very difficult name. I never saw this name before.
Antikythera.
NRT.
Yeah, it is NRT, I know. Yeah. Because that's usually in front, but not in this one. But congratulations, you also won HT model code. So
Yeah.
congrats again to all winners. Keep an eye on your mailbox. We'll email the code to you.
You said next week godlike?
Godlike, yeah.
Is it working?
We will show it. Ruud is still
Because-
testing if it is
Because
working.
I think they gave us a broken sample, right?
Ruud is still testing if it could be a BIOS issue.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
But we will not use it probably to run it anyway because we can show it better if we have it externally. So we will have a test bench, I think, with Carbon running the 9800 X3D, and we will show the godlike board separately. So we can also take stuff off and things like that. So hope to see you all again next week, same place, same time, with Martijn and Ruud in the studio next week.
Not me.
No, not you.
Why, Ruud? I can also do this. What is he going to do?
Tell all the stuff that you don't know.
Oh, then he can talk for hours.
So we will have way more viewers next week because you won't be there.
Okay, that's fine with me. That's fine with me.
But thank you all so much for joining us today. Hope to see you again next week. And for now, we wish you a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm taking the chair to my desk. That's really a nice one.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.